we will get started. So welcome to the one person that's here in the gym and who's ever's online. Hello, we're trying to do like two things at once here. So if I'm not like looking at you or looking at, don't take it personally. Yeah, don't take it personally. I hope that you can hear okay if you are online. Also, we're recording this, I hope you can hear okay. So let's just start in the center of our mat. We're gonna put one hand on our chest and one hand on our belly. And even if you want, just close your eyes and just start with some nice, big, deep breaths. That oxygen flow in through your lungs, let it fill up your chest, feel your belly go out. And then as you breathe out, feel your chest go down, feel your belly contract. As you blow that air out. And just take a few minutes, take a few calming breaths right here. Set your focus for the next few minutes of mobility and intention. What you want to get out of this. What you're also doing is you're just resetting your breathing. Sometimes we find that we get stressed or the day sneaks in, we have shallow breathing, or that we don't properly breathe with our chest and through our belly. So what we're doing is just kind of resetting, finding that place where our body does know how to breathe. If you're just joining in online, go ahead and just jump right in. We're just doing some nice calming breaths right now. We're just kind of setting the intention for our workout, resetting back to a place of just focused breathing, proper breathing. Like 1 more minute we'll spend right here, just settling into our breath. And what we're going to do is we are going to start with some traction exercises. So set yourself up on the floor. We're pretty much going to be on the ground for the entire time. Find yourself a mat or something to play on, especially if you're up here. This floor is pretty hard. It's not forgiving at all. All right, so tailbone tucked under, lower back, press to the ground. We did. Join in, grab a mat. You are a couple minutes late, but we'll forgive you. I was getting so excited because of the room in the locker room. All right, lower back, pressed against the floor, bringing those legs up to a tabletop position. Just gonna start with some toe taps down to the ground. Keeping everything in the core engaged, keeping our pelvis nice and level. Nothing should be moving from side to side, shifting in any way. Our core, so our belly button is going in. Our core is kind of going in and up. Don't forget to breathe while you're doing it. And you may have your head back on your mat. I just have my head up right now because I'm trying to look at the computer and look at my friends out here. So find yourself in a nice relaxed neck on the mat, really focusing on engaging that core. These toe taps do not have to be fast. They just have to be controlled. You're making that mind-body connection between your brain and your core, activating those deep core muscles that are going to help you with your posture and just all sorts of stuff like. And then at any point, you want to make these a little bit harder. You take that leg out and you can turn it into a little bit of a bicycle. longer that leg goes out, or the longer that lever is, you're going to feel it a little more intensely in your core, but only if you can keep it under control. So nothing moves, back stays pinned against the floor, pelvis stays nice and level, nothing shifting or moving. So there's lots of ways that you can modify this exercise to make it work for you. From here, we're going to set down our feet and we're going to go right into a little ab prep exercise. So you're going to feel this more on the top of your stomach. Lifting those shoulder blades up off the floor. You can put your hands behind your head. Focus on those muscles on the top of your stomach. That belly button is still going down and in. As you raise up, your lower back is going to press against the floor. As you come down, you're going to feel that natural arch in your spine, and that is completely fine. We're just waking up that core right now. So this shouldn't feel super difficult. This should just feel like you're activating all those muscles. And I left my watch charged with this counter today, so I don't have my automatic. I can see how long we've been doing it. Use my phone. All right, relax. Take a minute to take a few deep breaths. Let's add a little challenge to that. This is completely optional. So bringing those knees back up to tabletop, hands behind your head. All right. You're going to drop opposite arm to opposite knee. Nice and slow and controlled. If this is too hard, you either do just the legs or just the arms. Pick how you want to do this. The legs can just tap to the bottom, or the legs can go all the way out like a long lever. You choose. Find kind of the one that works for you, the one that challenges your core, but also so that you can keep it under control. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Stretch out your legs. Stretch out your arms. Feel that natural curve in the spine. Take a nice big deep breath. Bring one knee up and in. Give it a little hug. And then take that knee across the body. Feel a nice little twist in your spine. Keep breathing. And switch legs. Bring the opposite knee up. And twist that knee over. That knee doesn't have to go all the way to the ground. It's just whatever your level of flexibility is. You might even feel a few creeps in your back as you do that. I know I do that. Like the first time I do it, I get these little creeps. All right, we're going to bring ourselves up to our knees. And if sitting on your knees is not ideal for you, you could do this seated, or you can do this standing. So you pick the variation that's comfortable for you. And you can grab a water bottle, a weight, nothing at all. Yeah, doesn't matter. We're just throwing around some weights over here for a second. The weight is really just to kind of make that brain-body connection. It's totally your choice. So you take that weight up and over your head, or your water bottle, and you're just bringing it around your head. Your goal here is that your core is going to stay engaged so much that nothing moves down here and nothing moves up here. It's just your arms going around your head. So your core is holding you nice and upright,
It's not letting you shift from side to side. You're not tipping over. Now, depending on the weight that you picked, maybe, you're tipping over, but you shouldn't be tipping over. You should feel all those muscles in your core engaged, especially as your weight gets to like the side of your head. You're like, oh, okay, the obliques are activating. Oh, there they go on the other side. Oh, there they are in the front. As you come around the back, you're going to feel the spine activate a little bit. I've never done this before. I know, isn't it fun? It's actually quite challenging. Totally new. I mean, it's your brain's core connection right now. You're like challenging it in a very different way. This is just great for everyday life. I don't know. We need our core for so many things. A little aggressive, and like if the weight is too much, just set down your weight. Bring your hands around your head. Make a fist, and focus on keeping everything engaged. Tricky, huh? I learned these things from Erin. Erin Lamb. That's who I learned these things from. These are tricky little things. All right, we're going to come, you can set your weight down. We're going to come back onto the ground. All right, this time what we're going to do, we're going to bring that lower back, press it against the floor. You're going to bring one leg up, then you're going to bring the other leg up to meet it, and then you're going to set that foot down, and set the foot down, and then go to the other side. Bring the knee up. Bring the opposite knee up to meet it, and then set them down. Just go nice and controlled. Here, your brain is activating to get that deep core, that transverse abdominals, to get it working. Keep it out of your hip flexors. You shouldn't feel any of this in your hip flexors if your core is working properly. So really focus. If at any time it's like, okay, I'm not using the right muscles anymore, reset, press that lower back down into the floor, and then right on going. We're just alternating side to side. Bringing those knees up to meet each other. The trick is bringing the knees up to meet each other. You would be surprised how many people really struggle with that to start. All right, and now we're going to challenge our core from this position. We got some practice in the movement, so we're going to bring our arms up towards the ceiling. Same arm to same leg. Extend. Keep that low back pressed into the floor. Nice and slow and control. No bending. Nothing's moving. Shifting. That core is keeping everything nice and stable. Maybe we're waking up the muscles that haven't been activated yet today. Right? That's why we practice the other one first. If at any point you need to reset, go ahead, or just do the arms, or just do the leg. And then the lower that leg comes down to the floor, the more control you're going to need to have with your core. So your legs to just be a little bit higher, up here, a little bit lower, down here. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, roll over onto your mat. Sit back into child's pose. Take some nice big deep breaths right there in child's pose. It's the relaxing portion. And if child's pose is too hard for you, you can go wide with the knees. Then you're just trying to get those sit bones down to your heels. They don't have to touch your heels. Everybody's got different levels of flexibility. Then from child's pose, we're gonna go up. Let me go this way. I feel like I'm in the wrong direction. We're gonna go up into downward dog. So sit bones towards the ceiling, head down to the ground, making a nice V. Put those feet about hip width apart. And then we're gonna alternate from side to side, just picking up a heel and feeling a nice stretch in the back side of those legs, especially if we've been sitting all morning and we maybe haven't gotten out of our chairs very many times. This should feel really nice for the back side of the legs. And then from downward dog, we're just gonna pull one leg through. So we're nice and low. We're like in a runner's lunge right now. And then sit up, and you should feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor for the knee that is down on the ground. There's that stretch. You might even feel it in your quad a little bit. Oh, stretching all sorts of good things. All right, bring it back down. Gently pull that leg through. Downward dog. And then bring opposite leg through. So you're in a low runner's lunge. And then set the leg down. Bring it up. Feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. You need more of a stretch in your hip flexor. Squeeze the glute for the leg that is on the ground. You'll feel it even more through the front here. You'll feel it through your quad if your quads are tight. This is a great one to just do periodically throughout the day. Especially if you're up. You can do these like whenever you want right today. I'll take a little break. All right. From here, we're going to go into a little bit of a glute activation series. So we're going to go back down onto our mats. We're going to go on our back. We really want to wake up the glutes here. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our heels in close to our back side, or as close as what's comfortable. Putting the lower back down to the floor, or tuck the tailbone under and lift up using your glutes. And then we're just going to go up and down from here into bridge. Really take the time to think about activating the correct muscle. You don't have to come up into like a super high bridge, because then you will lose that glute activation and you lose the tuck in your hips. Unless you're like super flexible, but I know I would lose it. So really focus on having the movement come to the glutes, pressing heel down to the floor. Again, there's no shifting from side to side. There's no like rotation here. Now that you've got that movement, let's add a little challenge. Keeping everything nice and stable in the middle, tucking those hip bones under, rise up, using one foot at a time, and then switch to the other side. Really focus on the glute that's lifting you up. Don't let your hip bones tip to the side. Don't let them rotate or shift up and down. Keep everything nice and level. So your core has to be engaged, your glutes have to be working, the glute mid and max, like on the side here, has to be working. Everything kind of has to be working together to keep this nice and level. If you're not sure, just put your hands on your backside and say, feel it. If you're feeling this at all in your lower back, don't go up as high. Every time you come back down, retuck. Make sure you're keeping the core activated so that you can stay out of your lower back. All right, let's go back to both feet on the ground for 10. 10 really good bridges. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 10 single leg. Ready? Alternate side to side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And the reason we do the single leg one is whether you walk or run or bike, every time you do a motion, your power is coming from one leg at a time. So we have to do everything in balance. All right, we're gonna roll onto our side. Everybody's like all-time favorite ever. Maybe not. Clamshell. So you're gonna stack your feet on top of each other. You're going to keep your core engaged, heels together. Your knees are probably at like a 90-degree angle. And you're just picking up that knee, using the side of the back side to raise that knee. So don't let your lower back join in or any other muscles, maybe like down the side of your legs. Really try to focus on keeping it to the side of the glute there. It's like a Sasha special right here. It hurts so good. Ooh, we got a little background entertainment in there today. Heavy weightlifting going on over there. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take those legs out straight to the side. Maybe a little bend in that bottom knee. Toe pointed down. Again, still focusing on the side there. And we're just going to lift that leg up, leading with the heel. It's probably going to hurt even quicker because we were just doing clamshells. Core is keeping everything nice and stable. We're not rocking forward at all. We're not rocking backwards at all. We're just held nice and stable right here in the middle in a neutral position with our core. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to switch sides so you can either flip over or roll over, your choice, whatever direction you want to go. Face me, face the wall, face away from the computer, whatever it is you want to face. Start with those clamshells, 90 degrees. Everything's nice and stable in the core. Lifting that knee, really using the sides of the glute to lift it up. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, And one, bringing those legs out long, pointing that toe down, everything nice and stable. Lifting that leg up, really focusing on the side glute muscles right here. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay right where you are. Roll over onto your back. Don't forget those bridges that we did. We got to do a few more right here. So bring those feet close to your backside to try to keep the hamstrings out of it. You press into the floor, rise up. We're going to do 20 all together right here. So there's 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to go right into 10 single legs. Here is 1, 2, alternating side to side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right into 10 clamshells. So roll yourself over onto your side. Core engaged. Here's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs out long, toe pointed down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over or switch sides. We got to do a few more on the other side. Go for 10 clamshells. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Legs out, toe pointed down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Go ahead, have a seat on your mat. Bring or lay down on your mat. Bring one leg over the opposite knee. You can do this seated, or you can do this laying down and put one arm through. So you kind of pick how you want to do this. You should feel a gentle, so don't be too aggressive, but you should feel a nice stretch through the muscles that worked there. Pick which variation is comfortable for you. And if you need more of a stretch and you're laying down, rub your shin. Make sure to lay your head down and try to relax your neck. Do that. And switch sides. Bring that other leg over. Maybe you'll notice one side's tighter than the other. I'm doing my left side right now, and my left side is always tighter. And I'm like, come on, dude, just like get with the program here. But this one's always tight. Try to keep your hips nice and square. When you notice that one side is tighter, you'll tend to like shift from one side to the other. All right, we're gonna roll over onto our front side. We're gonna go up into downward dog. You should feel a nice stretch through your core. Don't go so high that you feel this like in your lower back at all, or if you do, stay down lower on your elbows. Kind of pick what's good for you. And then down there on the floor, we're gonna extend those arms out long, palms towards the ceiling, lifting that chest off the floor. You're gonna feel a lot of muscles activate on your back that go to sleep during the day when we're sitting in our chairs. And then you use your back and your glutes to lift your legs or float your feet just off the floor. We're just going to do an isometric hold right here, just waking up the whole backside. Everything there. You need to take a little break, take a little breath, rise back up, activating all those muscles. Whew, and some of those might get a little ornery when you do this, so just be gentle to them. Bring yourself back up. Feel free to continue to stretching or doing what you need to do online, or go lifting weights in the gym over here if you're upstairs with me. And have a good day.